Hi, my name is Todd Swanson, and I just wanted to talk a bit about Serenity Hospice and my experience with home hospice. I was approached last fall about being involved in Serenity Hospice, and I didn't know much about hospice, and so I was anticipating being a very passive person with the company. But as I talked to the people in Serenity Hospice, I learned more about what hospice is, and maybe more importantly, what hospice isn't. At that point, I thought hospice was just a way to facilitate your loved one dying. And I quickly realized that we probably made a mistake with my father, who died about 5 years ago. My dad was a farmer up in South Dakota, and he loved his farm. He hated being away from his farm. He would pace up and down the hallway when he would come to visit me just for a day or two because he couldn't wait to get back. And when he was diagnosed with congestive heart failure and admitted to the hospital in 2006 in end-stage congestive heart failure, the doctors told us he probably wasn't going to live much longer, and they suggested that we get help to take him home, and they sent in hospice. And as soon as they said the word hospice, we chased them out. We thought hospice meant that they were the death squad, that they were there to basically help my dad die very quickly, and we weren't ready to let him go. So we kept him in the hospital, and he lived another 2 months. He ended up going to a nursing home. In his last couple days, he did go into an inpatient hospice facility, but he was miserable. I never saw him smile that entire 2 months that he was in the hospital, and I think he was probably more miserable about where he was than why he was there. He did not like being in the hospital. And so I realized it would have been very easy for us to take him home. Home hospice provides so many avenues of help for the families. They provide nurses and aides and spiritual counseling with chaplains, and after the death bereavement counseling, and it's all free. Most insurance companies and Medicare pay for everything. The families don't have to pay a penny. And so I decided to get more involved in home hospice to try and spread the word about what hospice is and what it isn't, because if myself as a physician didn't know any more than I did, I'm sure that lay people and other healthcare providers like myself don't know. We need to get hospice involved much quicker than we do so that these patients can go home and be comfortable where they are. And it's really all about making every day count, particularly at the end of one's life. And that reflects our mission statement, which is that we want to help give the precious gift of time to patients with their families. And so that's really what Serenity Hospice is all about.